Welcome to the Full Charge Power Hour. I'm Matt Fulcheron. Support the podcast. Pledge on Patreon, patreon.com/The Full Charge. And come see me in Denver, Colorado, last week of September. And November 22nd, taping my special at Hermosa Beach. Come on out. I need fans there. I got my director. I've got an Emmy award-winning producer.
Yeah.
Got a director who's directed a lot of Netflix specials. I am very excited about this.
All right.
I've been touring. I've been getting my hour together, and I'm fucking psyched.
Nice, dude. You're doing it real.
You guys got to come out.
I'll certainly.
You guys got to
try.
come out.
Yeah, of course.
100%.
I'm putting you down.
It's getting close.
I know.
Like it seems like it's far away.
No.
It's not far away.
No. I was smart. I was like, okay, this is happening November 22nd. I chose the date so I can actually enjoy the holidays for once in my life. I can just do like Thanksgiving and Christmas and
Oh, because it's before?
yeah, so it's the week before Thanksgiving, so it's just like boom, like that's just a load off my mind.
Sweet.
But I knew I better start getting ready mad early because now I say one more month, we're in the panic zone if you're not prepared.
Yeah.
But like I'm finally prepared. When we went down to San Diego, I was like, okay, I've got all the jokes. And then Louis helped me structure it better.
Nice.
And I'm doing it, I'm doing it Chicago, Milwaukee, and what do you think about this premise? You're from the area. You're from Wisconsin.
I am.
I find the Midwest to be like very nice, sometimes passive aggressive, but genuinely nice, born nice. Chicago's slightly different in that Chicago is friendly, and that's like a choice.
It is?
Like Chicago always reserves the right to be an asshole if they want to be. They're capable. Is
that what it says on the license
But they
plate?
choose friendly. Yeah, Lincoln's state.
Yeah.
Same
State
thing. It's
motto.
implied. You know. What do you think of that concept?
Well, I mean, I grew up in both states.
Okay.
But I was pretty young by the time I left. My family's from Illinois, and we moved to Wisconsin. So I do understand. I mean, there's definitely a more of a big city assertiveness and aggressiveness
You have to.
when you cross the border and you get into Illinois. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just part of the deal, right?
Yeah.
It's like East Coast.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Even here, quite frankly, I think that there's a fallacy that people are super chill.
Nobody's chill
in
here.
Los Angeles.
LA?
But yeah, because of beach. Everybody just says, well, beach.
Yeah.
So beach people are, they're just like, hey, what's up, dude? Everybody thinks everybody in LA was back at a certain point was just Spicoli.
Yeah. That's
It's
what I
not-
thought.
It's not even.
That's fair.
But you're not from here. That's what you assume. It's not like that at all. This is just another aggressive big city where everybody's on top of everybody. So you get rubbed the wrong way a lot quicker.
And you get it the first 3 days you're here. You're like, holy shit, that guy just cut me off.
Yeah.
This person is cursing at me. You're like, this town is full of
It's busy.
assholes.
It's busy.
Yeah.
You just that's my speech to my son when he wanted me to teach him how to drive. That literally was my
Yeah.
speech. I'm like, everybody on these roads,
Yeah.
they want to kill you. They're all assholes. They don't care about themselves. They're just going to keep driving straight, and if you're in the way, they're going to run you over.
Yeah.
Do you still want me to teach you? Because I'm just letting you know, I teach based on fuck everybody.
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, and that's where you really have a problem with other people is on the roads.
That's what my
Yeah.
kids are finding out
and
about
in
me.
stores. If we had no stores and no driving, we'd get along a lot better, I think.
I feel bad, but one of the things I would tell my kid when she was growing up, I'd be like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody gives a shit about you
It's true.
in this world but me and your mom.
Yeah. That's good
your
advice.
grandma and your aunt. Everybody else can fuck off.
Yeah.
That's the other part you need to learn. Fuck them. Fuck everybody.
Right. See, this is good because I do have a little bit of problem with the whole Christianity thing because they pitch it to you like everybody's in. We're all here to be Christ-like and nice to each other.
Sure.
They don't tell you everyone else is secretly plotting against you.
Yeah.
And then when you're nice to them, they ain't gonna get you back.
Yeah, fuck
They ain't
that.
gonna hook you up back.
Fuck that.
Some people will, but you cannot go in. You're going to be. I tell my kids, I'm like, look, you're going to get fooled.
Yeah.
You just
Sure.
are. Because you're gonna maintain certain long-term life relationships. People
Yeah.
that get you, you get them.
Yeah.
You'll always be there for them. But that's unique.
Yeah.
What's not unique is exactly what Craig is talking about.
Yeah.
Most people are like, unless I'm getting something from you, at some point I'm going to turn on you, or
Right.
I'm going to walk away from you, or I'm going to ghost you. I'm done with you.
Yeah.
And that's to be honest with you, the fact that we are humans that have free will, I'm surprised that 50% of us get along
Sure.
in the same room.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, you kind of got to look at it from a big.
You find your tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, maybe I mentioned this. We were driving once, we saw this homeless couple, and she looked like a better person than him. Like he's some dirt bag who picked up this fucking kind of pretty chick.
Uh-huh.
And they got a shopping
I
cart.
like how you put a whole story together, but continue.
Yeah.
Well,
hey.
in this story, this dude has serious fucking game.
Yeah, he looked like, that's what I'm
Serious
saying.
game.
Serious game. And I just looked at my kid and I say, you see that? You see that? If you are ever just head over heels in love with somebody and you guys get caught up in some bullshit and you end up living in a fucking hotel, you leave that motherfucker at a stoplight and you just walk away from that grocery cart. It doesn't fucking matter. You find
Yeah.
me, you find your mom,
Yeah.
we'll fucking help you out. Fuck him, leave him in the gutter. If
Yeah.
he falls asleep in the middle of the night, you take the dope and you leave.
Right.
Take the
him.
dope. The
Well-
stuff that got you there in the first place, take that with you.
Rule number
He's-
1, take the dope, throw it in the trash.
He's telling the kid, like, listen, you're the prodigal son. You can come home
Yeah.
whenever you want. No questions asked. I'll let you do your last bit of dope.
Yeah.
And then we're going to rehab.
Keep yourself straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep yourself straight. Fuck him.
That's good advice.
Yeah, solid.
But it's true. And
I go,
it
don't
sounds,
get caught up. Don't get caught up in other people.
it sounds
Yeah.
mean and it sounds sad, but it's neither. It's called, you'll have a better life if you have perspective
Yes.
on how
Yeah.
shit's going to. You can have a great life. Just be careful,
Yeah, they'll
how
drag
much
you to hell.
bullshit you surround yourself with.
Yeah, and what he's saying too is like sometimes you got to be the ghoster.
Yeah.
If it ain't working, if it ain't going your favor.
That's it. And I think her being an only child has helped in that situation because there have been plenty of times where she just said fuck this and just left.
Yeah.
And like has not talked to that person ever again. Like, oh, here's the bridge, gas. And she's
Yeah,
gone.
that's good.
And I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Don't get caught up.
I started listening when I first got to this LA, this DJ called Tom Likas.
Oh, like
Oh man.
Which is the beginning of like the
That was-
asshole, like almost incel
oh, yeah.
movement.
Oh, for sure.
But the fact that it was on radio
Regular radio at drive
AM.
time,
and
like 3 p.m.
extremely popular.
and extremely misogynistic.
Oh, yeah. It's
and
still
serialistic.
alive?
I don't know, but
He is, and here's what's weird about him is like I've looked him up on Twitter, not recently, but fairly recently, like when Trump was president the first time,
Right.
And he's like this total lib, which he seems
Is
like
he?
somebody that like right wing people. He's almost like a blueprint for the right wing
100%,
selfish movement.
yeah.
So was this a
But
Colbert move on his part when he was the Tom Likas on the radio?
Like, is it a character?
I do think he was like, we're doing this for ratings, because he was at first he was a political show.
Right.
And then he was like, he just kind of took the money, I think, because I had a friend, and who knows if this is true, who says he knew a woman who dated him, and it was all bullshit. He had rules, and I want to get into that in a second. One of the rules was you don't date a woman with a kid. Well, he's dating a woman with 2 kids, is what I heard. And so, as shitty as this guy was, and how much I would never recommend him,
right.
it did offer me some perspective on, okay, you don't have to be a nice guy all the time. You
No.
can do what's right for you.
Yeah.
Like he'd be like, you can't date women with kids. And like, I don't think that's necessarily a hard rule anymore. But at the time he was saying like, you don't have the money for it. Why are you gonna why are you gonna be like now raising this other guy's kids
Right.
and blah, blah, blah. He's throwing all this other perspective. And like, he's saying like, you don't have to like, he's saying like, if you take a girl out to dinner, eat first, and then you just get a salad so you don't spend that much money. He put the 3-date rule into effect. I never heard that before. If you don't get late by the 3rd date, don't go on a 4th date. Again, all this stuff I think is kind of petty. And I also gotten to a certain point in my life where I'm like, you can be a nice guy. You're not necessarily going to be taken advantage of, like if that's your personality.
Right.
But at that point I was like, oh, and he also introduced this concept, which I don't agree with anymore either, is like, if you're an asshole, women will like you more. But that's
I don't know.
can be true. I think what he's the softer message of that is like, if you maybe don't act like you're head over heels in love the first week, then maybe you're a little more interesting. But again, these aren't like hard rules. It was just nice to have other perspective. Other than I grew up on like 80s television where the outcast nerd, like Weird Science, like the nerds eventually get the girl because the girl eventually see how great the guy is. Yeah, no, that's not necessarily true.
No, never.
No,
not unless that nerd has money.
No, comedy may be different now, but the running joke, as we all know, and all of us have, one way, shape, or form, been involved in the music business. You definitely can get the girl if you're in the music.
Yeah,
nobody goes into stand-up comedy to get the girl.
No. Well, no, that's why you do it.
That was the joke.
That's why you do it, but you don't. It doesn't work.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like if that's your driving force.
Yeah. Pick up a guitar. Dude.
Yeah.
Actually,
learn to play the piano.
Pick up a bass.
And I would tell you what else. If you're going to do comedy, pick up a guitar too. You will be very succcesul.
Yeah.
You will.
You'll have shitty. Well, no, there's good guitar acts out there.
No, but
I don't want to get into the weeds on this one.
It definitely helps. I really wish my kids would have learned how to play the piano, because I do know one thing, and this is my only one of my personal regrets, is I wish I would have, when I was growing up, it was common for everybody in my neighborhood, like their parents would make their kids do piano lessons. And I always felt like it looked like it was torture, right?
Yeah.
It was that thing that you tortured a kid with, making him teach him to play piano instead of being out playing baseball or whatever, causing trouble. But man, if I was a young adult and being able to go into any room and there's a piano in that room and you can sit down at that fucking piano, game on.
So you can go to like
game on.
You could go to like the Chateau Montmartre,
anywhere,
and there's a piano in there. And another thing too, that to your point,
I would have wrecked it in another way, even if I knew how to play piano. But my point is,
but you'd be wrecking all these great relationships because you'd have so many of them because you'd be a musician.
Yeah, because you'd be wrecking puss.
So the best example of this is, for a long time, and I think it's still probably this way at the Dallas Improv, is that there's a comedy club on one side of the hall and there's dueling pianos on the other side of the hall. And it's like, yeah, we had some good comedy shows at that club. It actually was a really great club where you could really kill. But then you go across to the piano bar and you just see a whole nother level of people losing their mind.
Yeah.
Women having a great time.
Yeah.
And they're just playing cover songs.
Right.
Yeah.
They're just playing songs that they didn't write. And people are going bonkers. They got a tip jar on the piano. Yeah. Everyone's throwing cold hard cash in there.
Fuck yeah.
People having a great time. No tips in comedy, baby.
I mean, here's the way I looked at it. If there's two of us, two young men trying to meet the women, one guy's playing the piano and the other guy, i.e. me, is letting you know what his high school sports stats were.
Yeah.
Which guy do you think's going to fucking win that battle that day?
Sure.
Right? The sad thing is, my dad took apart a car and put it back together so he could learn how to build cars.
Yeah.
My dad taught himself how to play piano.
Wow.
I got none of that.
Yeah, and he's got 7 kids.
None of that. And he has 7 kids.
Is he an idiot savant?
I don't know what my dad
Not to say
is.
your dad's an idiot.
No, but I know what you mean by that. That's
he figures
shit out.
He took apart a car and rebuilt it into a piano.
I'll never forget one day I was at the Herald trying to fix a set, and I took a staple gun and I went to go fix something on the wall, and I kept hitting it and nothing was sticking. And then I went to pull my hand off the staple gun, and it turns out I was using it backwards.
Oh my God.
So I had been stapling my own fucking hand.
And you didn't even know it.
That's
Didn't
awesome.
even know him.
Yeah.
And
hey, Dad.
I called my dad right away, and I was like, "You gave me nothing.
Right.
I got none of your genetics. I just stapled
But didn't
my
he?
glove to my
Was
hand."
he like my dad, where he showed you stuff, but you just never learned it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I used to joke
My dad
about.
showed me how to change the oil in a car. Like, he could have saved me $8 billion.
Yeah.
I mean, he tried to, and then I just keep taking it to the mechanic.
Yeah.
I'll give myself. I've been in love with myself recently because I just changed a blinker by myself.
This guy.
And a headlight by myself.
Hell yeah.
I have a Jeep now.
I have so much self-esteem now.
It is a feel good moment.
Then I just realized, because I had to watch YouTube to do it.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. I go, my dad. I'm sitting there. I'm like, yeah, you think you're fucking great? I'm talking to myself. This is how short a window I'll give myself with happiness. I go, your dad could take this whole thing apart and put it back together, like you said. Like he could. It's not an exaggeration.
Right.
It's something that he could do.
Sure.
You know?
So
Crazy.
So good, my dad.
I mean, YouTube does make it.
And my
better.
dad was a math genius, and I fucking math. I'm like, what numbers?
Because
Get away from here.
he played Grand Prix math, bro. He
Right.
played math Grand Prix.
Math Grand Prix.
So what I messed up with was I was a musician, and then I was walking past the Laugh Factory, and I go, this seems similar to music, and I don't have to get along with a bunch of other guys.
I know.
And then I went and I got the bug, and I did that. But I was only 23. I could have kept going with the music. And yeah.
Yeah, I stopped the music. We were going to go on the road. We had a meeting about it. We were going to leave Alaska, go on the road.
Yeah.
But then the big idea was to then just come back to Alaska. And I'm like, fuck, I'm out.
The big idea. To leave, to come back.
To come fucking back
The
here?
hero's journey, right? Like, we're going to come back and
Yeah.
everyone, it's going to be different.
You guys should have gone from Alaska to the Key West.
Yeah.
That'd have been fucking great.
Those clowns wouldn't have survived in Key
Yeah.
West.
Nor would
If
most cars.
I was hoping we would have, if he would have said Seattle, I would have been like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Seattle or LA, I'm in.
Yeah.
Early on in my band management days, the thing I think was hard for this band, a very talented band that I was working with, they would, you'd be doing all these gigs, right? But they were events, so like multiple bands would be playing. And it was just, I think the soul crushing part for a lot of bands, original bands, is when the cover band comes on and everybody stops to pay attention to them.
Yeah.
The room packs. These guys are playing great. These original artists are playing amazing music. They're amazing musicians. They're trying to play their way up. They want to get noticed in the business. And then it's all is forgotten when the fucking cover band comes on. You eventually get over it.
Yeah.
But early on, it's a little bit soul crushing to the musician.
Sure.
Because, by the way, I've come to realize that cover bands, these guys are very talented musicians.
Sure,
they just figured
100%.
out an angle. And they're like, this is great. We make money. We're having fun. The audience is engaged, because I have seen a couple cover bands make the mistake of like, we want to play you guys one of our original songs now. You want to talk about a fucking room killer.
Right.
Yeah. Nobody fucking wants to hear it, dude.
I like how all the LA cover bands are starting to get like super old.
They are.
Like Wild Child is The Doors.
Yeah.
Atomic Punk is Van Halen.
Yeah.
What else we got? Rat and Roll.
Right.
Everyone's like 70
Yeah,
now.
They're all way too fucking old, dude. Way too old.
Right.
And they're playing the same venue size as those old bands that have reunited.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
I mean, obviously not like the Doors.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's like Atomic Punk in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
That's my buddy. He goes like, fuck going to a Van Halen concert.
Sure.
Because, those tickets fucking suck. He goes,
Yeah.
go see Atomic Punk. Atomic Punk stand in the back of the room. He goes, Van Halen, 1978.
Dude's just shredding.
Yeah. he
David
goes,
Lee Roth is still jumping
yeah,
off the drum riser.
Exactly. He goes,
He's still
"It's
David Lee Roth.
Yeah. He said, dude, it's amazing.
Van Halen's a cover band anyway, right?
Right.
I'm saying
Hagar.
that's what you figure. That's what you realize. They figured it out, and it's like there's a professional jealousy of the fact that but they're not playing originals. It's like, well,
Yeah.
who cares? Isn't
They're
it?
they're paying rent.
Yeah.
And it's entertaining as all hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember coming here and meeting people. Oh, he does the theme song for this show and this show and this show. And you're like, oh, that's why he has this house. Oh, fuck me. It never crossed my mind.
Dude, remember when theme songs used to be a thing for television shows?
Yeah.
So if you don't know, I don't think we have that many young listeners, but it's just like there'd be like a full-on 30-second to a minute introduction
Right.
of the premise of the show with a theme song.
Yeah.
Right.
With a couple verses.
Just look up Alan. Was it Alan Thicke that wrote a boatload of them?
Did he?
Oh, did he? I
Yeah,
didn't
he
know
made
that.
a
I knew he
ton
did
of
something
money.
else.
Did he write the Growing Pains one?
Probably.
Here.
But I mean, I don't know which. Let's Aaron, can you find out what theme
Facts of
songs
Life?
Alan
Facts
Thicke
of
wrote?
Life?
But he wrote like a lot of the big ones.
What would we do, baby, without us?
See, you know it.
What would we do, baby, without us?
That's gone.
I just want to know.
That's
Yeah,
gone.
but why did they get rid of it? That's the thing.
Because
is
it was dumb.
The internet changed
what are you
everything.
talking about? But he just got done
I know, but that's because we
Family
were young.
Ties. We're thinking about Family Ties in 2025.
because of the song.
Because
But all those kinds of shows are done. They're done.
Yeah, but there's new shows. They just don't want to. They
don't do it
anymore.
because you got to grab people in the first 3 seconds now
With your whatever,
And so
yeah.
like if you watch even an established show like Girls, it just says Girls. Boom, let's go.
Or you
Yes.
can now skip the intro,
Show
which sucks
starts.
too.
Skip
Yeah.
intro. Now you can skip intro too.
Yeah.
'Cause
Alan
Pete-
Thicke wrote the theme song to Different Strokes and The Facts of Life.
Facts
and
of Life.
A bunch of game shows.
Okay.
The original theme to Wheel of Fortune.
Wow.
There you go, dude.
Yeah.
So that guy was already loaded.
With his then wife, Gloria.
Okay.
There you go.
And then you
Gloria
got-
Thicke.
and then you got
what up-
Robin-
What up, girl?
And then Robin Thicke gets one song.
Hey, one song's better than no
Huge
songs.
song.
One
That was the
huge
last song. That was the last thing we could all agree on as a country. Was Robin Thicke's hit song. I don't even know the name
I
of
don't
it.
know.
Yeah, it's like I know.
I
he
barely
had
know
a song,
who you're
but-
talking about.
Blurred Line.
Blurred line. Because the video was off the hook.
I haven't seen it.
They had a bunch of models. I showed it to you one time.
Oh,
And you
okay.
were like, fucking
Well, I
Christ.
believe that. Yeah.
And you're like, I need to pull over. Like, I sent you a screenshot. And you're like, whoa. I'm going to be 15 minutes late.
Yeah, let me work one out.
Yeah, it was Ramajowski or whatever her name is.
Oh, Emily.
Radajowski.
Yeah.
She's in it.
Okay.
She's butt naked.
Okay.
Oh,
You can't lose.
See,
You can't
Yeah.
lose.
everything as long as you throw a little sex in there, right?
Hey,
It's
Little ta-ta.
important. It's important.
learn an instrument, kids.
It took me to become an adult to realize the premise of Family Ties was just incredible. These hippies have a like a right wing Reagan loving kid.
Yeah.
So fucking funny.
Who's a total nerd.
Yeah, more than a nerd though.
And
Like
all
he's
about-
greedy.
Yeah.
He's materialistic. He's like
Right.
Gordon Gekko, but he's
Right.
like 14.
Right.
And they had what?
Yeah, is that how old he's supposed to be?
Well, this was on the show for a long time.
For
So like
sure.
he's in high school. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
Yeah.
So he does all of high school. I think he graduates, starts banging Courtney Cox. What else?
And then they bring in Leonardo DiCaprio
That's
Yeah.
growing
to
pains.
anchor the.
That's growing pains.
Wait, he was. I thought he was a no.
He's in.
Wait, who's this? Was Tina Yothers was his sister?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, on Growing Pains?
See, no, I'm confusing shows from the 80s.
Yeah.
They're all the same show.
Family Ties
They
never.
kind of-
Family Ties never brought in a little kid.
Okay.
I don't think.
Did they?
I don't think so. They just let
Justin Bateman showed up on it.
Jason.
Jason.
Yeah.
And he had a crush on his real life
Sister?
sister.
That's weird.
Right. Who was Michael J. Fox's sister on the show.
It's so weird because they did the same thing in Arrested Development.
Did they?
They did the same thing with the same actors. Not Michael J. Fox, but the two Batemans.
Really?
There was like some
I didn't
sexual
know that.
tension in Arrested Development
That's-
between the two of them.
So they probably pulled that as an
Probably,
inside,
yeah.
I
inside
need to
joke.
rewatch that shit.
That's funny.
That's
the
pretty
first three
great.
seasons of Arrested Development are unbelievably
It's
funny.
so good. I was just glad that he was back in the game.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. Like, he was in a bunch of shitty stuff. He was in Teen Wolf 2,
Yeah.
TOO. He's a boxer.
Right.
Which, if you're a werewolf boxer, you are kicking the shit out of people.
Super strength.
I mean, that's ahead of its time before Mike Tyson bit somebody's ear off.
Werewolf.
Werewolf anything. I was just watching Teen Wolf the other day. I fucking love that movie, dude. When he first publicly becomes the wolf, and he's just playing basketball, and there's this part where he tells off the school principal, then starts walking down
wolf.
as a wolf. He's like a 5'2" werewolf. And he tells the guy, he's looking up at him and he's just talking so much shit. And he starts like fixing his tie and stuff. And then he starts walking down and the music kicks back in and he starts breakdancing with this other
Right.
breakdancer. And
Right.
it's just the funniest shit. And then you got Styles, who's just like wears all these t-shirts, like, and it says like, "What are you looking at, dick nose?" What are you looking at, dick nose?
I have a hard time like watching those old movies because they're just not good.
Right.
It depends
Like-
on what lens you want to watch it in,
So
right?
Teen Wolf, you have to watch it with, this isn't a good movie, this is a fun movie.
We started watching Back to the Future.
Yeah.
And I was like,
No.
after 12, 13 minutes, I go, well, this is fucking dumb.
I don't agree with that at all. I think
Really?
Back to the Future is
Maybe
incredible.
I didn't give it time to get to where the stuff kicks in.
I think
But
Back
how
to the
did you-
Future holds up so well. I think it's
Really?
an unbelievable
I'd have
movie.
to watch it.
That's an
Yeah.
interesting take as far as actually, that there's a thing about what holds up versus when you go into it, what are your expectations? So it's like when you start
remember
watching
it
it now,
being
were you
good.
hoping that it was going to hold up?
Yes.
Versus just watching it for nostalgic purposes.
I was just watching it because I was like, oh, hey, I love the scientist guy. I love
Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, I love him from Taxi.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, yeah, I'll just watch it. So I started watching it, and it was just him and his family, and I was just like, before they got to any of the him
1950s?
the car and going back in time. Yeah, and I just
Oh, it's a little hokey.
it was hokey. I was out.
But it's one of those movies where like it's written well and filmed well in that like every scene there's no like nonsense. It just keeps going. And by the time he's like
Sure.
by the time he's in 1955 and his mother wants to bang him,
Right.
that shit it's just really good in my opinion. And
No,
you guys
I-
personally,
I'd probably have to continue watching it to
you got to watch it with me.
See? Sometimes that's what you need.
Yeah.
You know what I did? I did start watching. I couldn't because the acting was so bad. You would remember this. The movie. God, here we go again with Craig's lapse of memory. The Russian army invades. I think it's fucking Colorado.
Red Dawn.
Oh, Red Dawn.
Yeah. Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
C. Thomas Howell.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Charlie Sheen.
Sure.
It's awful until you get to Harry Dean Stanton.
Yeah.
Greatest actors of
That's
all time.
most movies,
Great character
by the way.
actor.
Right, dude?
Yeah.
I don't care what you put that guy in, and he's been that old forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was just delivered the remember me, boys. Just some shit like, oh yes. I was like,
He's great in he's great in Repo Man.
yeah,
He's awesome.
He's the most real. And I didn't know this for years. You could just go down to this small bar in like Santa Monica or one of these
Yeah.
beach towns.
Dantanas.
Dantanas.
On
There you
Santa
go.
Monica,
Dantanas, yeah.
next to the Troubadour.
And he's
yeah,
there?
and he was
Yeah.
there playing music.
Oh, okay. I thought he was there drinking.
Well,
I'm
that
like,
too.
dude.
Both. Yeah, both.
Yeah, he's
Right.
classic
Classic,
Hollywood character actor. Yeah.
But then I remember like C. Thomas Howell. That dude had a career, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Until he
Until-
did Soul Man.
Can we talk about Soul Man for a minute?
Well,
Can we
first off,
talk about Soul Man for a minute?
Yes,
Talk
we
about
should.
Soul Man.
But you have to remember, this is the thing about Red Dawn.
Yeah.
And when you
Oh,
watch
I
it,
love that movie.
I know, but even still, you could watch it now and you'd be like, eh. But when it came out, we were all scared shitless that shit was
Of
going to
Russia.
happen.
Now we are
for
Russia,
sure.
so it's not as scary.
Right.
But you know what I mean? That it fed on our culture at the time.
Oh, believe me.
So now you go, well, yeah. I mean, this movie's unbelievable because this shit really could happen. And you know, you would talk with your homies and you'd be like, yeah, if this happens, we're all in, right?
We're
You know,
Wolverines
Yeah, we're all
together.
Wolverines. We
Yeah.
got this shit figured out, right?
100%.
Which we all know would never be the case.
So
but
first of all, I'm from Bakersfield. That would happen, 100%.
Sometimes that happens without the Russians.
Yeah,
No, no, no.
without
Let's-
the Russians
stop it.
invading.
I'm from Bakersfield. No one's going there, but continue.
But then there's that part, right? But Bakersfield people don't believe that.
Sure.
Because you'll hear Bakersfield people brag about Bakersfield in the weirdest ways.
Yeah.
They will say shit like, well, in a nuclear attack, we're done. We're toast.
So they're coming there first.
You're like, why? And they're like, because the fucking desert where the military has all that shit, which is actually nowhere near us,
Right.
but it's close.
Sure.
And they're like, we're going to get the aftermath. And you're like, okay, like that's cool. Like,
I mean, there's
that's a good thing.
no, they're thinking,
Edwards Air Force Base.
Yeah. No, they're thinking New York City,
Yeah.
Washington D.C.
100%. I'm like, no, guys, we're in Bakersfield. We're fine. No one knows we're here now.
Yeah. You're actually in a safe space.
Yeah, you're in an absolute safe space. Nobody in Russia is talking about fucking Bakersfield, dude.
I could attack this Navy base. It wouldn't even be on the news.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Nobody care. If they accidentally dropped a nuclear bomb, they'd be like, "Oh, bad news is we dropped a nuclear bomb on one of our own cities. Good news is it was Bakersfield.
I just need a full inventory of what we lost, and we can move on.
Just the people, sir. Just the people."
All right, so Soul Man.
Soul Man. Let's talk about Soul Man.
Soul
I don't think
Man.
we've ever talked about Soul Man.
I don't think we have.
Soul Man,
either.
I've only seen once, as you should. You shouldn't watch it more than once.
Yeah,
I
everybody
saw it in the
once.
theater. Tons of white people in the theater, tons of black people in the theater where I was, and we were all like, well, let's see this movie, right? Because
Right.
it's coming out in the movie theater. We figured it was going to be legit.
Right.
This movie It's so crazy. He's like, I can't get into college. He's rich as hell.
He's rich.
He could have got into any
He
college.
could have just paid for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Or like gone to community college and just like worked his way in. But he's like, no, I'm going to, because of affirmative action,
Yeah.
I am going to paint myself black, right? He did it with makeup.
Yes.
And
Is that right? Or did he do like a tanning thing?
he did, I think,
Tanning pills or?
I don't think he took any drugs or anything for it, but the point is, he has like this brown skin.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever he did, he took time. I hate to say it looked good because it is blackface essentially.
Yeah.
But it's better than like the Al Jolson shit you see or whatever
Right,
it's
right,
called
right.
from back in the day.
And he did his hair.
Yeah, he
Got
did his hair for sure.
Did a little.
That's not really
little,
explained.
Little
I don't
tight
think.
afro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes to college and falls in love with a black woman and then has to tell her,
He's white.
you know, hey, I'm actually white. And eventually she comes around, which would never happen. You would never
Right.
come around on this guy who pretended to be
No.
black. I mean, pretending to be black is one thing. Right. Actually coloring yourself in is just, it's just not done. It's just not done. And there's only like one funny part I remember about this movie, and that's like they all want him to be on the basketball team.
Yes, I was just.
And
gonna
he's like a
say.
terrible basketball player.
Right. And they
which
don't
is
understand
like
why.
the only moment where you're like, oh, thank God this movie's getting good.
Okay, by the way, I've never seen this movie, so now I have no
No?
choice but to watch it.
So good luck finding it.
Oh, I'll find it.
Yeah, I don't think that's out there.
So, what does he have to say about it?
What, C. Thomas
well,
Howell?
Before it's what he has to say about it. I just want to be clear about something because I haven't seen the movie, so I want to get some clarification. Did they miss the mark? Were they trying to make a race statement?
Yes.
And they fucked it up?
They were trying
And
to
it
say
just-
like, hey, race is a construct, man. We're all the same.
Right.
And then he also learns like maybe some discrimination, but I don't remember any of that.
that's
Not
what I'm trying to
really.
talk about. Did he learn his lesson of like, I should never have done this?
Everything
This is
just kept
horrible.
going. Everything just kept going well for this guy.
He did.
Like he met this
did.
girl. Like he's getting good grades because he was a really good student.
Yeah.
Like everything was going fine. The
So,
only
hold
thing
on.
that happened was he
Like,
got caught.
yeah,
So,
like
so
becoming-
racism all of a sudden just doesn't exist for
like,
this guy?
Like becoming black literally still was just the best day he's ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Nobody harassed him. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
none
no,
of that
I don't think he had
shit.
many problems. But
No,
again, like who
none
wants to
at all.
rewatch this movie? Like no one wants to be like, what are you doing? I'm watching Soul Man. No one wants to be like, yeah, I watched Soul Man last week, and here's what I learned. I was like, you did what?
So I can only imagine, and again, I'm not going to speak on behalf
You're only
of...
gonna find it like on the obscure points of the internet.
So
Or
what does
like
he
YouTube
say?
criticisms. I don't know, man.
Has he ever
like,
said anything?
Again,
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
you don't even want to Google this shit.
he
You know
has.
what I mean?
He has. Because
Okay.
people have interviewed him.
Okay.
And they've said you had an amazing career. You know, you're in
The Outsiders.
The Outsiders.
You're
Well,
in Red Dawn.
Red Dawn. He might have been in Taps.
Yeah, maybe.
He might have been in. Everybody was in Taps.
He's
Like
in-
everybody that became a great actor was
Yeah.
in fucking. He
Yeah.
might have been in that.
Good-looking kid.
And the lead actor.
right.
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 And I think he was married to Rae Dawn Chong. I think that's who becomes his girlfriend in the movie.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
she's really pretty.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's becomes his wife.
Yeah.
All right.
And they said, and then you just dropped off. And he goes, yeah. They're like, what happened? He goes, Soul Man. Soul Man happened. And they're like, oh. And he goes, yeah. Who could have known? You know,
Right.
Well-
it was. I think it was a disaster on impact.
It was.
But the way the world worked back then, like you still went to see it because it was still in the movie theater.
Well, it came out in 86. So, look at the climate of 86,
Sure.
we were flirting with, like, commenting on race in entertainment.
Right.
And that was a big miss. It was a
Big
big
miss.
miss. Like I said, I watched it in a very diverse movie theater. Like we all were curious about this movie.
Sure.
And we all like felt a little dirty afterwards.
It's still-
I was too young to like really know. I was 12
Right.
and I was like, this doesn't feel right.
Right.
As we're all walking out together, like it didn't bring any of us closer.
Well,
and it still made like the HBO circuits,
they
Cinemax,
just
or
kept
whatever.
going. They were like, no, we got to just keep.
Yeah,
pushing
it
this
still
through.
did the whole circulation.
Right. See, now that shit would be so sandbagged
Yeah.
on Blue Sky and Twitter
Right.
before opening day.
I want to say that didn't happen again until Tropic Thunder.
Right.
But the way he did it was different.
Right.
And black people do not mind it.
Right.
I've seen black people talk about it. They think it's hilarious.
But it also came out in like time of an ill time in comedy.
Right.
Like the whole first decade of the 2000s was fucking bonkers
Right.
with like the type of just crazy shit that was coming out.
Right.
And I don't know if you really putting Tropic Thunder out today. I don't think Ben Stiller's
It's not happening.
Yeah. Ben Stiller and Robert Downey Jr. are not doing this
No.
in 2025.
No.
You know?
Hell no.
It was this sweet zone where like shit wasn't, we weren't at each other's throats yet, and like people were like, all right, you know, like this is a comedy.
Right.
I'm okay.
I mean, when you see Robert talk about it,
Yeah, what does he say?
they ask him, like, what did you think when they called you
Yeah.
about Tropic Thunder? And he goes, I thought, no. All right. Sure, why not? Sure. And they said, would you do it today? And he goes, no. No.
That was wild, and I don't remember anyone getting upset about that.
No,
No.
no. It was a
Yeah,
very
yeah,
successful comedy.
Right.
Yes. And
People still watch it.
and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I said, black people, they thought it was funny.
They got the joke.
They got the joke.
That's
Because
the
Soul
difference.
Man there wasn't the joke.
Well, the way you describe it, I could only imagine being black. It's going, oh yeah, of course, yeah. See, he's learning what we learn. Isn't life grand? Isn't
Yeah.
life wonderful? I mean, of course they're offering us all the jobs and all the opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, finally, someone sees it from our side. You know.
Yeah, another white kid failing upward even though he's black.
Yeah, exactly. So I could see how that would completely and utterly just be a nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And back then they blamed the actor.
Which, so you're not the writer, not the producer, not everybody
Not the
that moved
company.
that fucking thing forward
Right.
and thought, great idea.
Right.
It's like the girl who played Michael J. Fox's mom in
Family Ties?
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, yeah.
She did Howard the Duck.
Right.
Oh, you fucked
That was it.
You fucked a duck. And she's just like, no, I didn't.
By the way, isn't that a Steven Spielberg movie?
It is.
It
I've never
is.
seen it.
Oh, I saw it. I thought it was the
It's
first
a George Lucas production.
George
There you
Lucas.
go.
Okay, so this is the first time.
One of the writers of American Graffiti directed it.
Okay,
Ah.
so I watched this movie. I think it's hilarious.
It's funny.
There's titties in it.
It's good.
There's a rock band.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, I'm
good.
13 years old,
Right,
Brian.
it's
You're laughing
ridiculous.
at me, but how else you gonna get them titties?
Okay, as
They
long
were
as you're
duck- they were-
referring to 13, Matt. I know you're talking about now. You're all excited. I'm like,
You telling me you don't want to see some duck titties?
Yeah,
Even
it's-
at age 57?
It's a ridiculous movie, but it's hilarious.
It's fun if you're a kid.
so I should see it.
No,
I should put it on the.
No,
No,
it's
you
No,
won't.
but you know I love watching stuff.
Well,
so
okay.
You might like it.
all
It's-
right. So
it's not
listen.
about liking.
So here's the rest of the story. I go home and my parents have the news on, and back then, like the local news would
Yeah.
have like a movie review.
Right.
This is before they had Eric Wendell, they had these other movie reviewers, and they're just trashing Howard the Duck.
They
And I
trash-
said to my dad, I just saw this movie. It was incredible. He's like, yeah, well, this is how it is, man. Like,
some people,
critics gonna critic is what he
critics.
was saying.
Fucking critics.
But I was like, how dare they?
yeah,
That was so fun.
it shouldn't have got trashed as hard as it was.
It's because it's the first movie after Return of the Jedi.
Oh,
Which,
really?
Which Lucas did not direct either.
Right.
there you go.
But it's still his project.
But accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think people realize it's a comic book made into a movie.
It took me till I researched it as an adult to know all this stuff.
Well, they want to remake it. They want to keep doing it. He's popped up. Howard the Duck is in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
So it's becoming like a culty thing.
It's a cult movie.
Because it already
Without a
was a
doubt.
cult thing to begin with. The
Right.
comic book was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
But I mean, the dude's like shredding the guitar.
Yeah,
Leah Thompson's
he comes.
in it.
He comes from a planet of talking ducks.
Yeah.
And he got here to our world somehow, and he's just like,
Yeah, no, it's more than talking ducks. They're human. Like there's a
they live
there's
a
a
life.
magazine called Play Duck.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining myself as the studio exec, and you guys are the guys pitching
Right.
me the movie idea right,
Right,
now.
right,
Like,
right.
well,
Right.
you two, you're like, wow, so what it is, and the ducks comes from a talking
So
duck
listen
planet.
to this. No theme song. The first thing we do is this woman's taking a bath and her wall gets crushed down and her titties are going to be out. We call it
Yeah.
Howard the Duck.
Sold in the room.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Lay it out. Lay it out.
Keep in mind, everybody's on coke and drunk by noon. So
Right, right.
that movie got made no problem.
Let's do it. The guy from Star Wars is in. We're doing it.
Doing it.
We're gonna shoot it in Cleveland.
And the last movie shot in Cleveland.
You don't say that until after everyone's super high on coke. Then they say that's when they agreed
They're
to
like,
that
cool,
part.
I'm not visiting set. We'll just see it on final print.
I think that's one of those things that everybody, I don't know how you guys were, the reality of what Hollywood actually is. You think you move here and you go, oh, well, I'm going to make movies and TV shows like in Hollywood, like what Hollywood is. Like there's this area called Hollywood and everyone's walking around movie lights and shit. And then it's like you either work downtown or you're working in some warehouse deep in the valley. Or they're going, well, I mean, we're making it, but we're making it in Cleveland, or we're making it, wherever.
He's at some like school or something. Weren't you working at like a school or a hospital? You were working at a hospital for a
The
while?
abandoned hospital?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But that's where almost
That's what it
that's
is.
the majority of filmmaking is not this Hollywoody thing where everyone's walking on a back lot.
Right.
I think people have no idea until you get here
about
what
locations.
what Hollywood actually is.
You think everything's shot on Warner Brothers lot.
Yeah,
Everything.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't until I was in my first commercial, and it scared the shit out of me.
Right. We're
They
gonna go
shoot everywhere,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the Amazon jungle. Like you're just you're wherever.
which used to be, by the way, over in Culver City.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of Culver City now, it's just all homes and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and bungalows by the old Desilu Studios, which is
Yeah.
Sony. It was a Sony lot. I don't know if it's still Sony lot over there or not.
Right.
Fox is over there.
Yeah, but
Sony.
they had a whole Africa built back there, like all this
Sure,
stuff.
right,
and, but
right.
again, it's real estate in California, baby.
Disney
Sell that
Ranch.
stuff off.
Disney Ranch. They have a jungle.
I auditioned for Todd Glass's show on that lot, and it was like 4 hours. It felt like to park my car and get to
crazy.
the office room where I needed to read my 3 lines.
Yeah.
I felt like I was walking through the jungle, walking through Casablanca, walking through everywhere. It was crazy.
Yeah, I got a film at the Paramount Studio
Yeah.
for some kids show, and I thought, wow. And they're like, yeah, park over there, come back. And then when we shot our scene, we just walked outside of the Paramount Studio onto the sidewalk, shot our scene real quick, like 2 takes. Great, it's a wrap.
So Paramount's cool. The lot
Very.
itself is cool. So the parking lot closest to the Melrose side, they if you look up, there's a site that's there. They can flood that, and they can turn that into an ocean.
What?
Yeah. So that part of it's like really cool. A friend of mine works over there. So I was with her kids and my kids there, and she was like, "Oh, just take the golf cart. This is like right at the end, or right at the beginning or the end of like COVID, so it was really slow." Mm-hmm. And she's just take the golf cart and just start driving around. I'm like, I could just drive around. I mean, I kind of had gotten used to it because we've all been in production long enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you act like you know where you're going, no
One's
Right.
going to say anything.
and you're on the lot, so
Yeah.
no one's gonna stop you. So yeah, I just drove around all that. I mean, that lot,
That's
because
cool.
it's so old,
It's historic.
is super cool.
I was on that lot one time, and it's because Neil Brennan was having a screening. It was a small screening of his movie that he directed about a car dealership. I forget the name of it.
Oh.
It had Jeremy Piven in it.
yeah. I know. Yeah,
Goods.
The goods, right?
there it is.
And so,
Thank you, Aaron.
And so I just remember because it was great, like all the actors from the, and I knew a lot of them, just haven't known them. And it was the last time I saw Ken Young, Dr. Ken, before he was famous. It's weird. And so the next time I saw him, he was like crazy famous because The Hangover had come
Yeah.
out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He didn't have to be a doctor anymore. Thank God.
That's hilarious, dude. Stop being a doctor.
He was one of the first people I met when I did open mics. Like, I'm serious. Like, maybe like the
that's
first
cool.
3 or 4 I did. And he was really nice to me. He's from New Orleans. Like I've always been, and then we used to work together at the Improvs, man. And then next thing you know, dude, well, it's not even next thing you know. He's like, no, fuck you, Hollywood. I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
And then, but eventually he's, what's his name from The Hangover?
Fucking
It's
A.
so weird. He's one of the few people, because we all kind of started comedy around the same time. I've never crossed paths them ever.
Oh, really?
Physically never been in the same room or on a stage or anything with
See,
him,
right when I
which
started-
is weird, because I know everybody else.
Right when I
around
started,
his sphere.
he started doing open mics, and you know the open mic circuit.
Yeah.
You see the same people
Sure.
every single day.
Yeah.
And do the same jokes in front of the same people.
Yep.
And then it just reboots on Monday. All right, new jokes. Scrap the ones that didn't work. They'll never be funny because we're never going to work on them.
Yeah.
Right.
Open mics are the weirdest thing, man.
Oh.
Yeah. Galifianakis was around all the time. That one
Galifianakis was
the
there.
same- Yeah.
They used to be on stage together, Galifianakis and Dr. Ken. It's on YouTube.
Dude.
Yeah. And
Yeah, getting to see that guy in the belly room.
I saw him in like this thing called the Gypsy Cafe, which is just a
Oh.
coffee shop.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there talking to Chris Hardwick, who I thought was absolutely famous because of Singled Out.
Right. Yeah.
I went home and told my roommates. I told Randy, I'm like, dude, I'm hanging with the guy from Singled Out. Right? He obviously went on to do more, but to me, that was enough.
MTV back
Yeah,
then. If you were
yeah.
on MTV,
Sure.
that was some shit.
I mean, he's chilling with Jenny McCarthy. I
Yeah.
thought they were like best friends or more.
For sure.
You know?
Right.
They must be, right?
Right?
Yeah.
100%.
They probably don't even know each other at all. I did meet Jenny McCarthy at the Sirius
FM?
offices. Yeah. Like she was just like, she gave me a look like, hey, what's going on? And I was like, did you ever get those ones like, oh, she can't be talking to me?
Right.
And you just totally blow it?
I've worked with her. She's nice. I mean,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, with the whole autism and
She was ahead of her time.
Yeah, but as far as a person goes, yeah, no, very personable, super nice.
Yeah.
Super polite.
Excellent. Me and Karen found ourselves backstage. Everybody left the room, and it was just us and Jamie Priestley.
Yeah, right.
And she's like, oh, hey, guys. And we're like, hey,
Yeah.
weird.
Weren't you in Howard the Duck?
Yeah. We're nobody.
Yeah, I know, but they still got to talk to nobodies every once in a while.
That's
every once in a
right.
while, they walk into the wrong room.
Right.
You know what?
Right.
Is there luncheon meats in here?
You're like, what the fuck?
Very, very few people, talented people, the people that we're talking about people like, they're almost not like us. Like, oh, I met so-and-so and I'm going to tell you what they're like. But the majority of them, it's just like, we've all been in enough sets and around this stuff. And I've been here 25 years now. It's like, so few people are
Yeah.
they're just,
They are regular
they're
people.
fine. They're not,
Yeah,
well,
but guys,
They're
yes
not.
and no.
They're not.
But in general, you don't, when you're standing around them and everyone's just shooting the shit or whatever, or
Right.
Will Ferrell's at the fucking craft service table, or fucking somebody's taking a leak. They're fucking normal human beings.
yeah,
Like,
in
they're,
front of you. When it's just the celebrities, that's when they really start talking.
you mean when they're just
When
amongst
it's
themselves?
just them. Only they can understand each other.
And then you're not welcome.
Not welcome. I'm just saying when it happens, we don't know what they're really like until they're like chilling with Jamie Foxx or whatever.
I was in the...
But in general.
No, you're absolutely right. What are they going to do? Like, what can they do? I've heard Seth Rogen went on Stern and talked about like this brilliant concept of if you are famous like that, you kind of don't live in the real world. But as an actor, you kind of do, because you have to step on set and you have to like show up on time, relatively speaking. You have to know your lines. You have somebody to answer to. He said, musicians do not live on this planet because
True.
everyone that is around them is either works for them, worships them, or is just kind of like on the payroll to be cool and hang out and travel.
True.
So they never really, there's all these buffers to reality. They're not calling the gas company.
No.
They're not paying their bills. Somebody
No,
else is. They just
no.
live in this world where that cannot be penetrated.
Right.
I will tell you, it's interesting you
That's
say
true.
that, because I do know some that
Yeah.
do that stuff
Yeah.
and actually like being like detail oriented and
Oh, really?
and yeah, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. You're like surprised
Right.
that they are acknowledging that a real world exists.
We call those people bass players.
Yeah.
To your
Our drummers.
My
Right.
friend Gary Jules, he does that song. He did the remake of
Donnie Darko song.
Mad World,
Yeah.
yes.
Tears for Fears.
yes, and so we were standing there one day. We were hanging out with Korn and stuff, And he just looked at me one day and he just goes, if you don't know the price of milk, you're fucked. If you have a lot of money and everybody else is doing everything for you,
Yeah.
you're fucking yourself. And I go, oh.
So you need one hit, and then you need to chill the fuck out and go to the
can.
grocery store.
Some people, yeah.
Bring your
Yeah.
calculator.
You just
bring
gotta
cash so
just
you know the price.
Get your own, pay for your own shit.
Yeah,
Get your
yeah,
own
yeah.
shit.
So here's an interesting thing, and none of us have to specifically state anybody, but that you're around. But obviously, you've opened up for a lot of famous people, and
Sure.
I'm curious as to
I'm
if
here.
you see.
I'm here to tell all the secrets.
Well, not even secrets. I'm curious to see like how a dynamic changes when you're in an insulated group, like you're talking about.
Yeah.
When, you guys are doing something together, and then all of a sudden the outside comes in, and does it change the dynamic all of a sudden? Because those outside people are looking at them in a completely different,
Yeah.
obsessive world,
Yeah.
right?
No, I wouldn't say that things change that much at all. I think the personalities are pretty consistent, and I feel like everybody I've worked with is pretty accommodating and even interested in their fans.
Okay. But fans can get a little bit clingy, right? It can get a little bit intense.
Everybody I work with kind of knows like the right time to meet with the fans, like
Okay.
maybe after a show, and they know when to get out. You only make these mistakes a couple of times.
Okay.
And then it's just you're not hanging out with the fans afterwards, really, unless you're Bert Kreischer and then you invite everybody back to your hotel room.
No, thank you.
Because I know some comics, specifically comics, and even some musicians, they get very introverted off performance,
Sure.
and they want to. They're in a very big hurry, head down. They mean no offense to anybody,
Right.
Yeah.
That's just not their thing.
That's who I relate.
Engaging.
That's who I relate to, honestly. Like I know I should hang out after a show and meet everybody. At my level, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I just have been burned too many times by people who come up to me and tell me a show I thought was great was bad. And then that like kind of ruins my perspective of the show. So what I do now is I tell the audience like, hey, I'm not going to be hanging out by the exit. I'm going to be hanging out right there. And if you want to talk to me, you can come talk to me.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to put myself between me and the exit so that you have to talk to me.
Exactly.
Right.
Like if you're going to talk to me, you're going to want to talk to
Tell
me.
me shit I don't want to hear.
Yeah.
I've noticed with my friends, and they were all musicians, that it's the other people that change
Sure.
around them,
Right.
as opposed to them becoming a rock star or whatever. They're just who they are,
Yeah.
and they've always been that way.
When you say the other people change, what do you mean?
I mean, like sometimes you're hanging with those guys, and then the people backstage, you're like, is this guy in a fucking band?
Oh,
This guy
I
with
see.
all this makeup and wearing all this shit? Is this guy? No. He's just this chick's fucking boyfriend. Like, why the fuck is he all dressed up?
So he's cosplaying.
Yeah, he's like cosplaying. Yeah, exactly. But, like the Korn guys, they've been the same fucking guys forever. Maybe more sophisticated
Well, they're older.
because they're older and they've been
Yeah.
around the world.
Yeah.
But
They're making a living.
you go to Reggie's house now, he's fucking about as normal as you get.
Sure.
And Reggie's always been business oriented. He's always been smart.
Mm-hmm.
He watches his money and he's not fucking stupid. And yeah, so most of them they're all they're goofy. Brian's goofy as fuck. The one that became a Christian, he's the funniest fucking guy you'll ever meet, but also his sweetheart.
Yeah.
Total sweetheart. Yeah. And I didn't even realize how famous they were. The first time we went, he took us to see Deftones, and we're all just me, Karen, and him, just the three of us, just standing there watching the Deftones. Well, then the fucking lights come on because the show's over, and James just goes, "Oh shit," and I didn't think anything of it, and he just goes, "Oh shit," and like all these people turn around to leave, and they're like, "Oh, it's fucking Korn."
Yeah, yeah.
And he's just like, "Ah," and I'm like, "Oh fuck!" I like to Karen, I'm like,
Yeah.
let's go fucking."
Yeah, we knew about Korn in Maryland like as early as like 95, 96. I think. Is that crazy?
No, it's not.
That's true, right? Like
Yeah,
they were
that's
out
true.
then. Yeah, I used it for one of my video projects. I edited their big song
Right. Okay.
to like some skate video I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my roommate was listening to them, and he's like, "Dude, you heard this band? And I go, yeah.
Yeah, I heard his band.
Fuck, I used to live with those guys. Yeah.
Now I got you as a roommate.
And now I'm living with you. Yeah.
Now I'm living with Limp Bizkit.
I remember being at an improv, and obviously part of it became true, but it's like, you see some of those photos they got on the wall, and there'll be like 4 people in the photo, and 3 of them are famous, then there's that other guy. You're like, God, I hope I never become the other guy.
Oh, yeah. Now
that people look at the photo, they go, is it?
Who's this?
Yeah. Now you're lucky if you're the other guy.
Yeah, you're lucky to be in the photo.
Yeah. You're just looking at it like, yeah.
You're better instead of this one. Can you please just step out for like just 1 sec?
Yeah.
If you could just move over. Thank you. Got it. All right, perfect.
Oh man. And then they call him next, and you're like, oh, there's that fucking guy.
Yeah.
Still here. That's weird.
Yeah.
You sure that's not a ghost?
But that's the fortunate ones. Like you either get picked by the claw, right? It pulls you up,
Sure.
and there you're in, or the claw just misses you, man.
You're in the
Yeah.
picture, just like The Shining.
Yeah,
You're
there's the
right
claw.
just scratching your face
Just
over.
pushed out.
You know?
Just pushed out of the way.
Why is the claw a fist and it's just knocking me over?
Fuck out of here.
We do have to get going because we are renting because we are the 4th guy in the photo.
Copy that.
4, 5,
We're
6.
3 guys who are all 4th guys.
I'm not in the. I'm off this. I'm off.
Half your face.
I got cut out.
I take the picture.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Full Charge Power Hour, and come see me in Denver and pledge on Patreon, patreon.com/the full charge. There's extra content on Patreon. It's Eric Wendell giving a movie review this week. Soul Man. No, I don't think so. But thanks for listening. See y'all.
Peace.